Hello students, today we are going to start our new chapter of accountancy, class 10th, and the name of the chapter is Accounting for Goods and Service Tax. In short, GST. That is part 1 of that chapter. So student, first of all we will have to understand what is the meaning of GST. What is the full form of GST? GST, the full form of GST is Goods and Service Tax. It is the combination of all indirect taxes. All indirect taxes combined together and make one tax that is called GST. GST is charged on every goods and services except petroleum and alcohol. At the time of supply of goods and services means at the time of rendering services we charge GST, and at the time of purchase and sales also we will have to calculate GST. GST Act was passed in the Parliament on 24th March 2017 and it came on the effect from 1st July 2017. There are two types of taxes, CGST and SGST. CGST is the combination of three taxes: excise duty, services tax and central sales tax. It means that excise duty, services tax and central tax combine together and makes CGST. And SGST is the combination of six type of taxes: octroi and entry tax, purchase tax, entertainment tax, VAT, luxury tax and taxes on lottery. It means all the six indirect taxes combine together and make one tax, that is SGST. So the GST mainly classified into two types, CGST and SGST. CGST is the combination of three types of indirect taxes and SGST is the combination of six type of indirect taxes. GST rate structure. There are 5 slabs of GST. Essential items 0% GST, common use item 5% GST, standard rate 12%, maximum goods and all services standard rate 18%, and luxury items and tobacco, that is 28%. So there are further classified into the GST, that is input GST and output GST. At the time of paid or at the time of payment we calculate input CGST, or at the time of collection we calculate output SGST or output CGST. It means that input GST is calculated in the case of payment or output GST is calculated at the time of income. So at the time of purchase we calculate input GST, or at the time of sale we calculate output GST, and the input GST is adjusted with the output GST. Here important notes is given. Usually GST paid on purchase of goods and services, that is called CGST, or that is called input GST. It means that at the time of purchase we calculate input GST, or at the time of sale we calculate output GST, and the input GST is collected, input GST is adjusted with output GST. And in some cases GST cannot be set off against output GST. It means input GST are not set off with output GST. So what is the circumstances in which the GST is not collected or not paid up or not adjusted? The cases are food and beverage expenses, payment for health insurance, payment of membership fee of a club, health and fitness center, repairs and maintenance of building, purchase of vehicles, free gift to staff, payment for goods and services for personal use. In these cases, the GST, it means input GST, are not adjusted with output GST. GST paid is reverse. At the time of purchase, we calculate input GST, but in some cases the input GST is reverse. So the cases are purchase return, goods taken by the proprietor, good lost or stolen, good destroyed or become not sellable, good distributed as a free sample, or goods given as a gift or charity. We understand this point with the help of numerical session. Following goods and services are exempted for GST. The goods and services that is exempted, that are wages and salary. It means at the time of wages and salary, we will not need to calculate GST. Supply of services to the government, embassies of other countries, electricity, water bill, education service, health service, travelling expense and interest. In all these cases, we will not charge GST. GST is exempted in all the cases. Characteristics of goods and service tax. We already discussed that all the indirect taxes combined together and make one tax, that is called GST. It means that GST is the comprehensive indirect tax. It means combination of all indirect taxes, whatever it is in the CGST or SGST. It means it is in the central GST or in the state GST. Uniform GST rates. In GST, all over country charge uniform rate of GST. It means similar rate of GST. GST paid is not a cost. It means that after cost, GST is added. GST is not including in the cost. GST is a value added tax, because value added tax is one type of indirect tax that is already included in the GST. Here one example is given that A purchase goods of rupees 1 lakh and sell the same goods to B of rupees 1,50,000. It means that there are two transactions. One transaction is purchase and the other transaction is sale. So at the time of purchase, we will have to calculate GST paid, or at the time of sale, we will have to calculate GST collected. So the amount of GST paid, that is 12% of 1 lakh, that is 12,000. Or the amount of GST collected at the time of sale, what is the sale amount? That is 1,50,000, and 12% of 1,50,000, that is 18,000. That is GST collected. So at the time of purchase, we calculate GST paid, or at the time of sales, we calculate GST collected. So after that, we adjusted GST paid with GST collected. So total GST paid is 12,000 and total GST collected is 18,000. So the GST collected is greater than by 6,000. So the difference is 6,000. That 6,000 we will have to pay to the government. We will not pay to the 18,000. We will pay 6,000. So GST paid is adjusted with the GST collected. When GST collected is greater than the GST paid, that greater amount directly given to the government. Objective or advantages of GST. GST in the cost of decrease in the cost of goods. The cost of goods will decrease since tax is eliminated in GST regime. It means that if tax is decreased, so the cost of the product is also decreases. Before this, there are high tax rates, so the product rate is also high. So it is also one type of advantage. The GST decreases the cost. Ease of doing business. Before this, we are paying many type of taxes, but now we will have to pay only one tax, that is GST. So while considering many taxes, now we will have to calculate only one tax. That is easy for the business. So GST also play important role in the ease of doing business. developing common national market. It means that GST is charged at a uniform rate. It means that the rate of GST is same for all over the country. So that provide a common rate. So it is developing common national market. Reduction in tax evasion. GST is administered through computer system. Electronic return filing and assessment has reduced tax evasion and compliance cost. Now we will have to calculate the GST with the help of computer. So that also reduces the burden as well as the complications of the taxes. Goods becoming cheaper. In the pre-GST period, there are many indirect taxes. Now there is only one tax. So at the place of many taxes, we will have to pay only one tax. That decreases the cost of the goods. So goods become cheaper for the customers. Attracting foreign investment. Before this, the rate of the rate of tax is different for the foreign investors, but now the rate is same all over the country. So the foreign investor also interested in the investment in our country. That also increases in the foreign direct investment. So now foreigners invest their money in our country. Due to this reason, the foreign currency come in the country. That is also beneficial for the country. That plays very important role in the development of the country. Now tax system becomes more transparent, regular and predictable. Types of taxes under GST. There are mainly three types of taxes. First one is CGST, second one is SGST and third one is IGST. So what is the difference between CGST, IGST and UGST or IGST or CGST? When we calculate CGST, that time we will have to calculate SGST. So both of these taxes are levied on intra-state sales. It means sales within the same state. If we are selling our goods in the same state, that time we charge SGST, and where SGST is charged, there is CGST is also charged. That is compulsory. Where SGST exists, there is CGST also existed. For example, a dealer of Rajasthan sells goods to the dealer in the Rajasthan. It means transaction in same state of rupees 50,000 and the GST rate is 12%. So 12% of 50,000, that is 6,000. That 12% divided into two categories, CGST and SGST. Where CGST exists, there is also SGST also exists. It means 12% of 50,000, that is 6,000, and that 6,000 divided into two parts, CGST that is 3,000 and SGST that is also 3,000. IGST, when the transaction considered outside the state, there is only one tax exists, that is IGST. And here one example is given. A dealer of Rajasthan sells goods to the dealer of Madhya Pradesh. So Rajasthan is the one state and Madhya Pradesh is the another state. So the dealing or the transaction exists between two states. That time we charge IGST, and IGST that is given in the question, that is 12%. So 50,000 12%, that is 6,000, and that 6,000 is only paid to the central government, that is not paid to the state government. So when the transaction exists in same state, there are two types of taxes exist. One is CGST and the other one is SGST. Where CGST exists, there is also SGST exists. But when the transaction occurred in two other states, that is considered as IGST, and IGST is the combination and the whole tax paid to the only central government, not to the state government. So the important note is that GST rate is 12%, so it will divided into two parts, 6% in the CGST and 6% in the SGST when the transaction exists in the same state. And if the transaction exists in between two states, that time IGST, and IGST is the combination, and that whole amount is given only to the central government. And GST rate is 18%, so that is also divided into two parts, 9% in the CGST and 9% in the SGST. And in case outside the state, so IGST is totally 18%, and that 18% is given to the central government. Here, accounting procedure. We know that purchase account always debited. So, for purchase of goods, we know that the entry purchase account debit to bank account, cash account. If the transaction occurred in cash, that time we charge cash. If the transaction in name is given in the question, that time we give name. If cash and name both are given, that time we write cash. That is already we discussed in the chapter number 9. So purchase account debit to bank account or creditors account, that we already know that. And in the case of purchase, we charge input GST, and input GST is always debited. So purchase account debit, input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit. So there is purchase, there is input GST is exist. So purchase is debited, so input GST is also debited. So the overall entry is purchase account debit, input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit to bank account or creditors account. At the time of sale, output GST is calculated, or the sales is credited, so output GST is also credited. So the journal entry becomes bank/debtors account debit to sales account to output CGST account or to output SGST account. So at the time of purchase, we calculate input GST, that will be also debited because purchase is debited, or at the time of sales, we credit to sales account, therefore output CGST and output SGST also credited because sales is credited. For purchase return is the reverse case. It means that purchase is debited, so purchase return is credited, or there is purchase, there is also input GST. So in this case, purchase is given, so input is also given. Purchase return is credited, so in that case, input CGST and input SGST both are credited because purchase return is credited. Or where purchase is debited, that time input is debited. Where purchase is credited, that time input and output, input CGST and input SGST is also credited for the entry of purchase return. Same as for sales return. Sales return is the opposite of sales. So sales is always credited, so sales return is debited. If sales is debited, at the time of sales, we charge output GST. So sales is debited, therefore output CGST and output SGST is also debited. So the overall journal entry, sales return account debit, output CGST account debit, output SGST account debit to debtors account. For purchase of fixed assets. For purchasing of fixed assets, we again charge input GST. So fixed assets account debit because assets comes in the business. Input CGST, input SGST both are debited to bank account because if we purchase fixed assets, that time we will have to paid, or at the time of payment we will calculate input GST. For expenses, always consider input GST. So where our money goes from the business, there we charge or calculate input GST. Or for income, we charge output GST. So here, if commission received, so commission received, that is income. In that case, cash comes in the business, so bank account debit to commission received because that is income, and income will always be credited. That we already discussed in the previous chapter. And where there is income, there we charge output CGST and output SGST. At the time of drawing, if the proprietor withdraw the goods It means what is the journal entry? Drawing account debit to purchase account, that we already discussed in the previous chapter. So here purchase is in credit side. So input is also in the credit side, because at the time of purchase we calculate input GST. So purchase is credited, so input CGST and input SGST both are credited. Advertisement, loss by fire, loss by theft, all are over losses, and losses will always be debited to purchase account. There is also purchase, so with the purchase we charge input GST, input CGST and input SGST, so both are also credited. After that we set or we adjusted output CGST with input CGST, output SGST with input SGST, and the difference amount transfer in the bank column. So with this, all the points we considered in our numerical session, and in our numerical we can easily understand all our theory. So with the next video we will discuss the numerical portion, and now you can understand the whole points very easily.